Anime fans, anime community, long time no see. What's going on with you guys, man? I know it's been a while. Stuff happens, but we back on the grind in 2022, man. First anime video of the year. Today we're gonna be talking about the Demon Slayer Red Light District. I hope y'all boys ready. So, a lot of you have been watching Demon Slayer. As you may know, it's on fire right now, bro. That and Attack on Titan, I've been watching both. At first, I wasn't watching Demon Slayer because I was like, man, I don't really give a fuck about Demon Slayer right now. I love the show, but I just didn't feel like, talking about it. But Twitter, they just kept on talking about it. So I was like, you know what? Let me see what this shit hitting for. Nigga, that shit is hitting, boy! So basically, the first episode of the new season, it's the aftermath of the Mugen Train arc where we saw everything that happened with Rengoku, with his untimely death. Might be a real one. So yeah, we get a recap of the Mugen Train arc, and then they show us the events 4 months after, showing the boys Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke all training, trying to get stronger. You know what I'm saying? So while they're doing all this training, right, Tanjiro actually goes to go visit Rengoku's family, to drop off a letter to to his younger brother and to his father. And I'm not gonna lie, this part pissed me the fuck off, and I'm about to tell you why. So Tanjiro, he gets there, right? He meets Rengoku's younger brother Senjuro. They have a nice, pleasant exchange. You know what I'm saying? They talking, and he's like, "Oh, what were my older brother's final words?" And Tanjiro was like, he went out like a real ass nigga, and he did. R.I.P. my nigga. And then his bitch ass father, bro, fuck this nigga. This man was like, I don't give a fuck what Kyojiro, that's his first name. He was like, fuck what that nigga had to talk about. He was a bum. He should have never been a Hashira. Hey, just hating. Old drunk ass nigga, fuck you. And Tanjiro, rightfully so, was like, you bitch ass nigga, how can you talk about your old son like that? They get to argue with shit, and he has seen Tanjiro's birthmark and his earrings. He was like, oh, nigga, you think you better than me because you sun breathing? And Tanjiro was like, nigga, what? He was like, you're a sun breather. You have to be a sun breather. You all think that you're so much better than us because y'all have the original form of breathing. And Tanjiro was like, my nigga, what are you talking about? So then these niggas get into a skirmish and shit, right? And Tanjiro headbutts the shit out of this nigga. Straight splits his motherfucking egg. That's what the fuck that nigga gets. Fuck that nigga. So after this nigga basically knocks Rengoku's father the fuck out, he returns back to, where they usually stay. I think the headquarters, whatever. Yeah. So that he returns back there, and he comes to find out, he sees 3 of the little girls that be like attending to them are about to be kidnapped by one of the Hashira. And that Hashira's name, motherfucking Tengen Uzui, or how the fuck you say it? I'm sorry, Tengen. That is my motherfucker. Yo, when I first met that nigga, I was like, yo, who is this gay ass nigga talking about flamboyancy? But after like seeing this season, he is my second favorite Hashira after Rengoku. That nigga is a G. So basically, Tanjiro is like, hey man, put them girls down. And him and Kanoe are trying to like stop Tengen from taking them because he needs them for the mission he's about to go on. And then that's when my boys, Inosuke and Zenitsu, pull up on some cold ass entrances because they basically all got back from their missions around the same time. And they was like, fuck it, Tengen, we'll go with you. And this is how we are about to finally go into the Red Light District. So basically, the whole objective of this mission is for them to find a strong demon in the Red Light District that's been eating all the women and the people and the prostitutes and the whores. Hella whores are in this arc. And to also find his 3 wives. This nigga's a 3 wives! Yo, this man, Zenitsu, was hating on my nigga Tengen the whole arc. He really a player hater. For what? For what? So boom, they get on, time flies, and they eventually get to the Red Light District. Tenzin tells these boys, the first thing y'all should not do is try not to stand out. And what do you think they do? Stand the fuck out. They hop off the fucking car immediately, and Tengen's like, dead ass. Dead ass. And like, I'm not gonna lie, like, there's a part where like these 3 prostitutes are like telling Zenitsu to like come have some fun with them, and like a nigga like me personally, I would have fucked this whole mission up, you know what I'm saying? Because I would have been in that motherfucking room knocking ankles loose. But that's just me. Whole mission would have been fucked up, fuck with a nigga like me. And I really like the little dynamic between Zenitsu and Tengen, because Zenitsu is really hating on this man because he's like the ideal dude. He's good looking. He has 3 wives. He's a ladies' man. He's everything that Zenitsu wants to be. So he hates this nigga's guts. There's one point where he's like, he just gets to hating on him, and Tengen punches the shit out of him in his stomach, floored his dumb ass. And then he gave one to Inosuke too, because he was like, now that I think about it, all your wives are probably dead. Hit Inosuke with a swift punch to the gut. So, as each one of the boys are in their respective houses, they've all been getting, like, strange senses that there's been a really strong demon nearby. Tanjiro can smell them, Zenitsu can hear them, and Inosuke just has, like, that beast sense, so he just feels the presence of a demon nearby. So, eventually, that same demon ends up killing one of the house leaders because she suspected that that girl might not have been a human, a human basically. She took Shorty up into the sky, dropped her right off, split her shit open. R.I.P. to that old lady. But at the same time, fuck you, because why you got all these little girls in here selling pussy, man? It's just fucked up. So during this same time, right, that same demon, Zenitsu, had also ran into her earlier, and she knocked him the fuck out. So Tanjiro and Tanjiro and Inosuke, they meet up on a rooftop to discuss how they're going to go about attacking this demon because they've both been sensing her presence. And the demon is actually in Inosuke's house, in the house that he's staying at. And this scene between them showed that Inosuke is actually very smart when he was explaining how him and Tanjiro and Zenitsu, they all have ranked up now. You can tell by looking at your wrist. I was like, I like that. It showed that Inosuke is not just, just muscle. He actually has some intelligence too. So eventually, Tanjiro ends up actually running into the demon girl, and they start fighting. And now we're about to get into like the awesome part of the arc. Like, he starts to fight her. Inosuke finds out where she's been hiding all the humans that she's been saving to eat. And Tengen also found one of his wives because we found out that his wife was being tortured by that same demon earlier in the arc. So yeah, after, and one thing I like about Tengen is that he loves his wives equally, and they all love him equally. And it was just a beautiful moment seeing him talk to her like that. And I ain't gonna lie, we go back to seeing Tanjiro and that demon girl fighting, and like nigga, she was thicker than a motherfucker. God damn, yo. I be talking about One Piece girls being thick as hell. Every adult woman in Demon Slayer who look good, thick is a motherfucker. As Tanjiro's fighting this demon, she's been fucking him up most of this fight, I ain't gonna lie. He remembers Rengoku's final words to him while he activates his Hinokami Kagura. And one thing I liked about this arc is that they made, even though Rengoku's dead now, they made him a focal point to keep, like, he influenced Tanjiro, the boys, he influenced Tengen a lot. Again, RIP to a real nigga, man. But yeah, he goes for the Hinokami Kagura, and he's this close to slicing this bitch's head off. And typical anime shit, right before the main character can kill the villain, something always happens. Tanjiro collapses in front of her because his breathing is getting fucked up from doing the Hinokami Kagura and, from his previous injuries. So he got to go over there. Nigga sounded like me after the fucking the pacer test back in high school. We take a break from Tanjiro for a moment. Y'all see the Aaliyah shirt? We take a break from Tanjiro for a moment, and we go back to Inosuke's fight with the little ribbon demon who's connected to the demon girl, Daki. So he's cutting her down, and he's giving Daki the ribbon a problem, and then he frees Tengen's wives, the remaining two, and he also frees Zenitsu. And when my boy Zenitsu did the motherfucking thunderclapping flash, boy, and then Tengen came down, and Tengen straight, this shit was hot! And like, Tengen's wives, they all look good as shit. But it's funny that you can tell that like his wives are kind of based off of the boys because like their personalities are flipped, but their designs all look a little bit similar. But shout out to Tengen, man. So now back to Tanjiro's fight with Daki, bruh. Daki lets out this big ass slash attack that fucks everybody up. I'm saying civilians were casualties, the buildings got slashed up, one dude lost an arm. And I'm just like, Tanjiro, how the hell are you gonna get out of this one? Because she is whooping you. So while this fight is going on, right, they pan back to Rengoku's bitch ass dad. And he's writing an apology letter to Tanjiro, basically saying that how he acted was out of line, blah, blah, blah. Sanjiro, his other son, is a good kid and he should treat him better. Man, fuck you, nigga. It's too late for that. Fuck you. But anyways, while he's writing that letter, that's when Tanjiro starts to think of Rengoku again. And this is when shit got awesome. Like, this is not his... Well, it is his Hinokami Kagura, but it's like a different form. Where I think, like, that mark on his head, he's actually using sun breathing because Daki is starting to see the memories of Muzan when he fought the original sun breather. And, seeing Tanjiro go off like that, oh my God, bro. He was blitzing her, giving her straight work. When he was about to go in for the final kill, the same thing happened. This time, instead of padding, this nigga had a whole motherfucking stroke. Tanjiro was having a stroke. This nigga cannot breathe to save his life. And right on cue, right before Daki's about to kill Tanjiro, guess who steps in? Big fucking Nezuko. She came in and kicked the shit out that bitch's head. So Daki and Nezuko, they start to fight. And at first, Daki's washing Nezuko because she's like, all right, she ain't nothing. But as Nezuko begins to transform into her adult body, when I tell you she punished Daki, bro, she was hitting her with fucking axe kicks, bicycle kicks, guillotine drops. She was whooping that girl. And it got to the point where, like, she started beating Daki so brutally that Nezuko really started to lose control of herself. Like, when I tell you she was punishing her, kicking her, setting her on fire, I was like, yo, this ain't the same Nezuko that we've been used to seeing, yo. Like the way how she was kicking her, I thought I might have switched animes. I thought I was watching Sanji or Rock Lee. She was whooping this bitch's ass, boys. Oh my God. Daki whole face was burnt, fucked up, kicking her ass. So at this point, Nezuko has lost all control, and she's about to actually eat a human that she had seen in the house that she had kicked Daki through. But luckily, Tanjiro stops her just in time. And that's when Tengen appears and cuts Daki's head off. And he's like, nigga, if you don't control your fucking sister, what happened? When you was giving that big-ass speech in front of the Grandmaster. When you was giving that big-ass speech, you was like, she ain't gonna eat nobody. What the fuck is she trying to do right now? And, like, what blew me about, like, before Tengen came and cut off her head, the people that were in there, why the fuck are y'all just watching this? If y'all don't fucking run, bruh, yo, anime motherfucking hostages be so dumb, bruh. But Tanjiro was able to relax Nezuko with a lullaby that their mother used to sing to her, and then she starts crying like hysterically, and then she transforms. And I was just like, damn, Nezuko. And then also, Tengen is frying the shit out of Daki. So you're like, yeah, Tengen is really like, he is flaming this, yo, frying her ass. He's like, yo, how the fuck is you an upper rank demon? I just cut your head off that easy, bitch. How? Daki, just being overwhelmed by the situation, she throws a complete hissy fit. And she calls out for her older brother to come help her because they're picking on her. Shut up, bitch. And then that's when we meet that bitch-ass nigga Gyutaro. So when Gyutaro comes out, he's like a fucking dope fiend. He looks disgusting. But he's complimenting Tengen and hating on this nigga at the same time. I don't get it. He was, it was hilarious. So the rest of the boys, they come in to help. They come in to help Tengen, right? So it's Zenitsu and Inosuke fighting Daki, and then Tanjiro and Tengen are fighting Gyutaro. So as the battle is picking up, Gyutaro, I'm not gonna lie, that nigga can fight his motherfucking ass off with them little blood sickles. Nigga, he was fucking these niggas up. Oh my god. So as the battle is picking up, there's a certain part where this bitch ass nigga Gyutaro grabs one of Tengen's wives by her face, and I'm thinking he's about to obliterate her. And then that's when Tengen has a flashback of all of his wives, and he's like thinking about his past as a shinobi with his younger siblings, and he's like, you know what? I can't afford to die here. And then fast forward, they all get fucked up. Gyutaro beat the shit out of all these niggas, bro. Like, we think Inosuke is dead. Tengen is missing a fucking arm, and he's in a pool of blood. And then Zenitsu is still trying to cut off Daki's head in midair with his little special thunder attack. So it's basically just Tanjiro having to fight Gyutaro's bitch ass by himself. And when I tell you Gyutaro was bitch slapping Tanjiro, punching the shit out of him, just straight embarrassing this nigga. And then there comes a point where he asks him, that demon girl in the box, is she your older or younger sister? And this nigga Tanjiro, a nigga like me would be like, nigga, fuck you. Go ahead and kill me. Oh, she's my younger sister. He was like, damn, what a shame. He gets the slap the shit out of him. You're supposed to protect your younger sister, nigga. I'm just like, Tanjiro, if you don't kill this nigga. So, as he's doing all of that, right, Tanjiro runs away, grabs a kunai, one of the kunais, the poison kunais from one of Tengen's wives, and hits Gyutaro with it, which is slowing down his recovery process. So as he's about to go for the kill, this nigga this nigga Gyutaro impaled this nigga in his chin. But Tengen comes in with the save right before he takes out Tanjiro's eyes. And nigga, the animation here was so crisp. These niggas was fighting. Nigga, it was like watching the Mugen Train movie all over again, but in 30 minutes. So this is where we get to the climax of the whole battle, right? So in a last-ditch effort, Zenitsu is trying to cut off Daki's head. And he is sleep fighting, but he's actually like speaking. So this is the first. And my nigga Inosuke gets up. And Gyutaro was like, I thought I killed you. He was like, he was like, I'm able to shift my organs around. That comes from me growing up in the mountains. So shit, and poison, since I grew up in the mountains, that shit don't faze me. So now those two are working to cut off Daki's head, and Tengen and Tanjiro are still trying to cut off Gyutaro's head. And yo, the hardest part about this nigga Tanjiro went Super Saiyan God, bruh. He went super and cut his shit smooth off. Yo, they cut both of them bitch ass demons' heads off. Oh my god. So at this point, right, they are all exhausted. They're gassed. They don't got nothing left. And Tanjiro's fading in and out of consciousness, and he's trying to get his breathing together. And then he looks over at Tengen, and Tengen's like, nigga, run! Because this nigga Gyutaro, even though his head is gone, he's about to at least one final attack. And he blows the whole fucking map up, and that's how the episode ends. And they just dropped a new episode today, so I'll probably give y'all part 2 tomorrow. But yeah, that's how the last episode 10 ended. So guys, that's the end of this video for now. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, like, share if you liked the video. If you're, already a subscriber, I appreciate you guys for coming back, man. I'm going to drop an Attack on Titan video for y'all next, and then part 2 on Monday. Y'all boys be safe, man. Grandmaster Tobes is out.